Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to do a review on Dragonar Academy Episode 7. Just came out today. Okay, in this episode, it had some crazy stuff going on, though. I do not know what's going on here, but overall, this episode was somewhat alright. I mean, there are some things that kind of interest me in a way. Like it had some information that has questions that I seek, but at certain points, there's nothing much I can really talk about. But yeah, I don't know what to say in this review, but it's gonna be difficult for me to say because I don't know what else to connect all together. But it is kind of interesting and so forth. So without further ado, let me see. Let's just get this review started. Alright, we start at the beginning where Echo is actually running from something, and suddenly it grabs her, tangles her up, and says, "Now it's time we finish this once and for all, daughter of Avalon," or something. Daughter of Avalon. Later, Echo ends up waking up in a sweat, and she ends up taking a shower. Later, Ash asks Echo, "Hey, what's up? Anything wrong?" And ends up saying, "Here, let me take a look." And Echo just said, No, it's too embarrassing for me to reveal it." And he says, "It's okay, I won't laugh, I promise. It's nothing to be, I promise I won't laugh or anything. I'll accept who you are." And she says, "You promise?" And he said, "Yeah." Takes a look, he goes "You wet the bed or something?" And she goes "I told you it'd be embarrassing." He thought it would be Faffernet, those purple gem stuff whatsoever. And Echo says that would have been worse. And Ash is right there, is smiling and so forth. And he gets Falcon punched or punched in the jaw. And I go "You dumbass! Can you stop smiling and just go hey, I'm sorry, it's just what pops out of my head, I just go whatever, man. I mean, I don't think nothing would have changed, but still get punched in the jaw or something. I go what an idiot, man. What is this guy trying to do? Later, he ends up talking to his friend and says Echo's taking the day off. She's a little cranky as usual, and later, we end up seeing that people going to these camps whatsoever, and that'll be Sylvia, Rebecca, Jessica, and maybe some other person. Yeah, Lucca or something. Will go to the camp, but Rebecca ends up making another category, and Ash came along, and I go yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen because I was just smiling like this, like I was gonna laugh because I have a feeling it was gonna be coming, and so forth. Later, Rebecca ends up talking to Ash in her room and says, "I would like to develop this kind of talent of yours, And Sylvia and Jessica's all eavesdropping, thinking they're gonna do it, thinking in their minds they're gonna do it or something. I'm thinking, oh Lord, man, I hope you really understand this is not some kind of crappy joke thing or something, And her assistant comes in going, "Hey, we got a problem, we gotta see this right now." And they think it was fire or smoke, but it wasn't, and it was Lucca. And I go "Oh great, don't tell me that she's some kind of elf whatsoever, But she's actually some kind of fairy," Rebecca says, and Lucca says, "Oh, this is something that I use for the funeral, it's like a bed for me." And then Jessica says, "It's still a coffin, and Lucca's really sensitive, and I go like a child as always. What the heck, and that kind of stuff. And Lucca explains that she can't ride Gawain for some reason. It's been 3 months that she rode him, and I said, whoa, 3 months, that's around 90 days at least or something, 90 days at least. Or yeah, 3 months, about 30, yeah. Depending what it is, I mean, I don't know what months been going through and so forth, but at least around 90 days, at least 3 months, just depending. And right now, they talk to Lucia for a bit and figure something out. Ash comes late to his room, and Echo tackles him like a football player and goes "You're late, you freaking you're late. Are you crazy or something?" And later they end up talking, and Ash says, "What's wrong? Seriously," when she's tearing up. Echo says she just has a scary dream. She thought it might be necromantia, but it had 9 eyes, and then said something that she could have revealed more information. It's like the daughter of Avalon. Like, what's going on? Like, is she like something, you know? And I don't know. Later, we end up seeing Ash want to sleep next to Echo, and Echo says, "What are you doing?" He says, "Oh, this is what I do if I'm scared to go to sleep," you know. And Echo is kind of happy about that. Like, she's blushing so hard, but he ends up saying, "Well, at least you ain't gonna wet the bed or anything." And Echo got hella pissed, and I go like, "You idiot! You should have said like, if you're scared or something, at least you won't have any you won't have a nightmare, you know. I mean, don't make it any worse." And he gets kicked in the face or something, or in the back, and then boom. I'm like thinking, wow, Doc, you are just one of those characters that usually gets beat up for saying like these stupid, crappy things, you know. It's been like that throughout many anime, you know. And later, Ash Blake ends up watching Lucca going to the dragon pen, and Gawain's there, puts a roar to her, scares her away, and let him go back to sleep. And Ash, on the other hand, like did not understand, but asked Rebecca, like, "Is there anything we can do? I want Gawain and Lucca to come back together, because it's been a long time since I haven't met my part, you know." And I go like, "Yeah, I think it's been like years comparing to months, you know, but not exactly, but years, you know." And later they try to get Lucca out of bed and manage to wake up Lucca, and her Astra is on her butt or something. I'm like thinking, oh my god, did you really have to put it there? Like, first Sylvia on the chest, and then yeah, it's irritating, you know. And Lucca wakes up, goes after Echo and messing with the horns, and it seems like Echo can't move and ends up screaming, "Ah, get off me," you know. Oh, and I go like, oh dear me. So I'm guessing touching those horns whatsoever could like paralyze her for a bit, though I wouldn't be so sure about that. I'm just thinking, or just leave her for a vulnerable attack. Later, we manage to get Lucca ready, and Lucca tries to talk to Gawain, but ends up roaring, and she gets all scared. And this is where Ash comes in, transforms into his like silver armor, and thanks to Echo, and he ends up trying to talk to Gawain right here, and he says like, "Tell me why you're rejecting Lucca," you know. And he ends up flying, and then the Gawain just blasted him, and it ended there. And I go like, "You got to be kidding me! Are you serious right now?" It got me hecka ticked right there. I go like, wow, dude, wow, you animators are really teasing about this, you know. And by the time we see another episode preview, and I go like, oh man, I think I'm gonna be seeing some stupid crappy fan service, you know. It's irritating. This episode was alright a bit, you know. There's some information that needed to be processed of what's going on. Like, it's been 3 months since Lucca has not ride Gawain. I wonder what's the issue. Like, he doesn't like her, or he doesn't like her, he wants someone else, or what's the reason, you know? And Echo, who is this thing that Echo's afraid of? Like, is she a daughter of Avalon? I don't know, you know. That's what it says. Like, it's time to sell this once and for all. Daughter of Avalon, and that's about it. So overall, like, there was nothing more like I could say about this episode right here, you know. And throughout this kind of process of what's given to us, like, there's so many things that we still need to piece together and see what's going on, especially for Anya. Why is she like doing so many jobs or something, or why she wants to get hired? What's she doing, you know? And why is she spying on Ash all the time? Well, maybe there's a reason, because she had a master of that, but still. So yeah, this episode, 3.7 out of 5. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to give it. I mean, it's nothing more I can say about about it. I mean, nothing more I can say. It's just like had its like issues and maybe some ugly things, and maybe next episode it might cause a little bit more problems for me. But yeah, so this episode's alright. Hopefully y'all enjoy this review and understand the information I'm giving to you, so you can piece it all together. I'm Alpha Zero Forum. Have an awesome day, people. Later.